The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
Welcome to the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net. This is Mike, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, on the Whiskey 8, Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater. I will be doing the pre-checks for tonight. This is a directed net, and all traffic needs to go through net control. If there's any priority or emergency traffic, you can break in at any time. It appears that we don't have any priority or emergency traffic. The net is on the following: Whiskey 8, Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater on 147.39 with a positive offset and PL tone of 114.8. All-star node 48496 and Echo Link connection of Whiskey 8, Whiskey Kilo Yankee - Robert. Okay, let's do the customary Mickey Mouse roll call. Let's start at the top. Nick and Nite, KE8QKO. Are you there?
KE8QKO, yes sir, Mike, I'm here and I'm standing by for the start of the net. And with that, sir, I'll pass it back to you, KE8QKO.
Okay, Nick, you sound great. I'll go ahead and clear with Kilo Echo 8. QKO. Okay, let's go up to Medina and see if the Squatch of Medina is there. KD8EBC, are you there?
K8QWE and the Beacon Net pre-show. This is KD8EPC. I am here, Mike. Ready, present, accounted for. So we have no responsibilities. We'll just be kind of hanging around in the background. KD8EPC, back to pre-net control.
Okay, that sounds good. Everything's working perfect. Go ahead and clear with KD8EPC. Just Nick, KD8SLG. Hello, Nick. KD8SLG. Okay, well, Nick is not here, but I'm sure he will be checking in. And Andy, I know that you are here. AB8MO.
W8WKY.
All right. Yeah, but the question is my equipment working? This is AB8MO. I'm here. Mike, WBCXO, you were on the list. I don't know what's going on with Fred. He popped in and out of NetLogger. So I don't know if he's going to be there or not, but we'll find out at some point. Back to you, AB8MO.
Okay, Andy, everything seems to be working fine. You're perfectly clear and full quieting of the repeater. I'll go ahead and clear with AB8MO. If you would like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Foxtrot Tango. KE8 QFD, Fred in Medina.
Okay, KE8 QFD, Fred, I imagine you're going to be here for the entire net. Over.
Yes, I will. At least here to answer the trivia. Over.
Okay, Fred, that sounds good. We are glad to have you. I think I'm just going to go ahead and pick up Mike. Whiskey 8 CXO, Mike, hello. Okay, Mike, I imagine you're going to be here for the entire net. Over. Okay, that sounds good. Welcome to our net. I'm going to go ahead and clear with Whiskey Bravo 860. Let's go to Keith, KE8TTQR. Keith in Uniontown. Over.
KE8TQR. Good evening, everyone. I'll be sticking around for a little bit, hopefully long enough to answer the trivia question.
Okay, Keith, that sounds good. We're glad to have you on our net. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clear with KE8TQR. If you'd like to join us tonight, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
Kilo Delta 2, Hotel Charlie Echo, Chris in Medina, and I'll be in and out tonight, eavesdropping.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, WV3K, Phil in Canal Fulton. I have no traffic and wishing everyone 73s and much love and God bless. Thank you. Back to Nick Control.
This is Whiskey 8 Charlie Tango Mike, W8CTM Carry here at Portage Lakes, and I'll be in and out tonight, and everybody have a great Labor Day tomorrow, 73.
Alpha 8 Charlie Sierra, this is Gary in Fairlawn.
Okay, well, let's see. We picked up Chris, which is KD2HCE. He is in and out. We picked up Phil, which is Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. He is in and out. We picked up Whiskey 8 CTM, which is Carrie in Akron, and he is in and out. So it looks like everybody here is in and out. If there's any corrections, please go ahead and holler. Okay, our fearless leader, Gary, AA8CS. Hello.
Hey, Mike, good to hear you this evening, and good to be here. So I guess this is the net. I actually haven't even pulled up NetLogger yet, so don't have an idea of what's going on behind the scenes there, but it is, let me just say it's good to be here this evening. It's been a good weekend, great weather, and it's just been really nice. So I guess that's what I got. I'll turn it back to you, Mike. This is AA8CS, and thanks for giving me a chance at the mic.
Okay, are you going to be here for the entire net and take a stab at our trivia? Over.
Yeah, sure. I can certainly do that. I enjoy listening to it anyway. So, sure, I'll be here. Back to you, AA8CS.
Okay, Gary, that sounds good. If you hear a dog barking in the background, yesterday we got ourselves a golden retriever puppy, and we put her in her cage, and she's real good, except that she has a serious attitude about being locked up. But hey, I imagine that I would too. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and clear with Gary. So I'll go ahead and clear with AA8CS. If you'd like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please. Okay, the last person trying to check in, I couldn't really understand anything. You were just you were making the repeater, but I don't know if it's your squelch or what, but I could not make out anything. Over. Okay, I still couldn't make anything out, just a little bit. So, in any event, go ahead and change locations or try changing your output power. So I'll go ahead and we'll catch Eddie. Whiskey 3, ETB. Hello, Eddie.
Hello there. I think I'm talking to Mike, right? Sounds like Mike. Anyway, hi. How you doing? This is W3TB, of course, Eddie from Annapolis, Maryland, and I will be sticking around for the really show. Turn it back to you, W3TB. Back to that.
Okay, Eddie, welcome to our net. If you'd like to join us, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
November 8, X-Ray Lima, Quebec. Lenny, Fort Wayne, Indiana. Good evening.
W8WKY.
Okay, I picked up Lenny, November 8, XLQ. Over.
That's a Roger, boss. I'm over here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Good evening. I'm doing a ghost hunt over here at Bell Mansion tonight. I guess we're spending the night here too. Beautiful place. Anyways, I'm not going to go all about that unless someone wants to hear about it. So, yeah, he's waving a hand. I'm like out of state tonight, checking in. I've never done that before. I won't be able to stick around for the trivia stuff because we've got our hands full here. I just broke off and I was like, yeah, I got to talk to these guys for a second. So, hey, from Fort Wayne, NHXLQ Lenny, back to you, big buddy.
Okay, Lenny, that sounds good. And have a great night and enjoy Fort Wayne. I was out there on Friday. No, it wasn't Friday. It was Thursday. I'm going to go ahead and clear with N8XLQ. If you'd like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the BeaconNet, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and ID this thing. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo on the Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater. If you'd like to join us tonight for the BeaconNet, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
At control, this is Kilo 8, India Bravo X-Ray, Rob in Warren, Michigan.
Okay, I picked up Kilo 8 India Bravo X-Ray. Hello, are you going to be here for the entire net? Over.
Yep, roger that. This is K8IBX in Warren, Michigan. Yep, I'll be here. Depending how fast it works. I'm
Rob, you were breaking up, but I got enough to know that you are going to be here for the entire net. So welcome to our net. If you'd like to join us, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please. This is Kilo Echo Quebec Whiskey Echo and the Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee Repeater doing the pre-checks for the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net. If you'd like to join us, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please. Okay, it's slowing down. We haven't got any of our folks in from Oklahoma yet. I wonder if they're on another net or there's a problem with the connection. I don't know. But in any event, if you'd like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with the call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please. Okay, looks like it's going to be quiet, but I have a hunch because we don't have the Oklahoma guys in. Well, wait a minute, I see him up towards the top. We have Ray, KC5, Ray, K5CFY. Hello, Ray. K5CFY. He might be on another net. Okay, I imagine Ray will be.
This is AB8MO. Yeah, he usually doesn't get here from the, I think he checks into the AA net there, so he probably won't be here until after the net starts. Back to you there, Mike, AB8MO.
Yes, go ahead, AB8MO.
I was just going to say, Ray's probably not going to be here until after the net starts. Nick just wants me to put him in there on the list there, so he's just in there. But he usually doesn't get in here on the pre-net, but he probably will be here after the net starts. That's K5CFY Ray. Back to you there, Mike, AB8MO.
Yes, Andy, that is what I thought. He has like a net on Sunday night, if I remember right. But hey, thanks for letting me know. If you'd like to join me for the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
Whiskey 2, Juliet Lima, Sierra. W2JLS, John in Fairlawn, Ohio.
Okay, I picked up Whiskey 2, JLS. Hello, John.
Good evening, Mike. It's kind of slow here. I guess you're like 10 minutes in front of 10, so you don't have to stretch it out too much longer. And maybe those folks from Oklahoma will roll in at any time. It could also be maybe the holiday has got people distracted with family and the kind of things that happen, over the Labor Day weekend. So wouldn't worry too much, but I'm sure you're going to put together a great net one way or the other, right? Anyway, you can count me in. I may be distracted, my son, when he gets home, and that could be an hour or two. We've got a a scheduled cooking session in the kitchen where he's requested we put together a seafood puttanesca.
Okay, John, that sounds good. If you are there, we will give you a holler. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clear with Whiskey 2JLS. If you'd like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
This is Kilo India 5, Romeo Foxtrot India, Mac in Arkansas. I'll be in and out and listening.
Okay, I picked up KI5 Romeo India, which is Mac out in Springdale, and you're going to be in and out. So go ahead and have a great night.
W8WKY.
Okay, if you'd like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please. Yes, this is a quiet night. Granted, we haven't gotten any of the fellows from Oklahoma in yet. So I hope that everybody's going to have a good holiday tomorrow. I know it's supposed to be hot here in northeastern Ohio, but we will do what we can. Well, I'm going to be taking care of a new golden retriever puppy. But in any event, if you'd like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
Kilo Charlie 5 Romeo Bravo Golf, KC5 RPG Shannon in Tulsa.
KC5 RBG. Shannon, I hope you're not on a motorcycle now. Over?
No, not on a motorcycle. Just chilling out here with Kenyon. He's watching some YouTube. And been a pretty good day here. And I'll be staying around for the big show. So should be good. KC5 RPG.
Okay, Shannon, that sounds good. Yeah, after you checked in, I guess, man, that sounds like somebody spinning up a sport bike, but I didn't think that was you. So in any event, I'm going to go ahead and clear with KC5, Real Big Guns. If you'd like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please. Okay, this is quiet. Even my dog is quieting down now. So if you'd like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the BeaconNet, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
Recheck.
Go ahead, recheck.
Thank you, Mike, KD8EPC. Well, we don't like awkward pauses there, so I just wanted to come back in here for a minute, and I want to holler back at my buddy Shannon directly for a second, if you don't mind.
Oh, please do. Go ahead.
KC5 RBG, this is KD8EPC. You there, Shannon?
I am here. Go ahead, Dustin. KC5 RBG.
All right. I was just wondering if you were near a radio and if you could tell me if it's coming through on the boredom breaker hub, because looks like it is on the map here or on the bubble chart, but it's awful slow. So I was just curious if it's actually coming through on that end.
1 minute, and I will flip over to the repeater and let you know.
All right, very good there. We'll stand by and let you get over there, and then you can let me know if it's working. If I don't hear you in a second, then I'll assume it isn't. KD8EPC with KC5 RBG.
Yeah, you're coming through there nice, and sounds real good, as far as I can tell. Yeah, the repeater's definitely broadcasting you out there. KC5 RBG.
All right there. Thank you very much, Shannon. Yeah, I guess everybody's going to sleep early or out there barbecuing still. So thanks again, my friend, and we'll talk to you there later on. All right, we'll say 73, and I'm going to turn it back to net control. Go ahead there, Mike, KWE from KD8EPC.
Okay, that sounds good. Sounds like we are hawked up. It's just a quiet night. I'm going to go ahead and clear with KD8EPC. If you'd like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the BeaconNet, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
Net control. Here is Kilo, Lima, 7, Foxtrot, Romeo, Mike, and Willow, Alaska. I'm on All-Star on my node, but I also have Dewdrop in. You're coming in on Dewdrop in just fine. I'm going to take the dogs for a walk, so I'll be listening on the HT. If I lose it on my FM, on my UHF node, I'll switch over to Dewdrop in, but I'll be here walking the dogs and monitoring KL7FR.
KL7FR, that sounds good. We have you on the list. Okay, we picked up KI5DAY, Alan. Hello. KI5DAY.
Redneck Club, Amateur Radio Club, and gee, that was fun. But I'm over here now, so whenever you're ready for tonight's trivia, just let me know. KI5DAY.
Okay, Alan, I'm always looking forward to yours. They're always interesting to say the least. I'll go ahead and clear with KI5DAY. We have NI5TAQ. Hello, Tim. KI5TAQ, and I'm just going to be sitting here waiting for, the funnies of the cornwallow beans with Alex. Let's see what kind of barbecue he's got for cornwallow beans. So this is back to net. This is KI5TAQ. Okay, Tim, that sounds good. Welcome to our net. Go ahead and clear with KI5TAQ, and I already got Mike checked in, so looks like my shift is done. Going to go ahead and ID this thing and pass it on over to Nick at Nite. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, on the Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater, and my shift is done. And thanks a lot, everybody. You made it real easy tonight. Okay, let's transfer to KE8QKO. Nick at Nite, man. It's all yours, buddy.
W8WKY.
Thank you, Mike, and fine business on the pre-show as always. Good evening, and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Nick. My call sign is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Kilo Oscar, KE8QKO, and I will be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the WWKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8, All-Star node 48496, and Echo Link WWKY-R. This is direct to net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma that do drop in and various other repeaters, so we ask that you key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, nothing heard there. We are running on the Labor Day edition of the Beacon Net. Personally, this is a favorite federal holiday of mine. Not only do I get a day off in beginning of September, but also it happens to be my birthday weekend every year, so I always get a 3-day weekend as a celebration for my birthday. And normally I wouldn't really bother mentioning that, turning 45, kind of a milestone of sorts. I'm only doing it now because Kitty at SLG Nick didn't bother to check in with us earlier, and I'm hoping he's out there listening, and I'm hoping he's going to feel bad if he misses what I might call a birthday net. Anyway, we'll see how that goes throughout the night. If he doesn't get in with us, we can all give him plenty of guff and leave it at that. So nothing heard. Stations that have not already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
This is KG5SYC, Sandy, and KF5ADE, Nick, Cibolo, Texas. And if you need it phonetically, Kilo Golf 5, Sierra Yankee Charlie, and KF5ADE, Nick, Cibolo.
All right, got a couple of check-ins there. We had KG5SYC, Miss Sandy, and we had KF5ADE, Nickelodeon, checking in with us there. So good to hear you out there in Texas, and we'll get back to you here in a little bit. But first, we're going to go up to AB8MO, Andy, our master of trivia for the evening, and see what his question is for the evening. Andy, take it away.
Okay, KEQKO and the Beacon Net birthday boy. How old are you, Nick? Glad to have you this evening. Alan is actually on time today, so I guess I'll just hand it back to you, and you can toss it to Alan there. Okay, tonight's standard trivia question. I guess it's somewhat amateur radio related for a change. Where does Ohio rank in the population of U.S. hams? Is it 2, 5, 12, or 14? This includes all U.S. states and territories. Where does Ohio rank in the population of U.S. hams? And this was a good one to you tonight because nobody from the trivia net checked in to the net so far. So, far as I know, nobody has the answer. But they could. Just never know. Have to find out. Back to net, ABNMO.
All right, Andy. That's a fine question. I'm torn between a couple of answers. I'm going to hold off on answering that and take my prerogative of answering later. To answer your question, turning the big 45 today. So, not a year ending in 0, but a year ending in 5, which is, it is what it is. It's, things start to hurt more, but that's the way life goes. Anyway, next we go down to KF5DAY Alan to hear the alternate question. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY in the net. Hey, thanks, Nick at Nite. And good to hear you, Andy. As always, better than hearing Ray. Hi. Anyway, as I was saying, I got here on time because the American Airlines Amateur Radio Club was ran by Ray tonight, and as I said in the blue screen, he ran it into the ground. Anyways, we had a good time over there, and as far as the regular trivia, it's a good one, but in my mind, I'm going to discard this phone call. In my mind, I think it's going to be B. This may be a trick question, but I'm going to go with that for my main trivia answer. Tonight's alternate trivia question, let me let this drop. Okay, tonight's alternate trivia question is the blob of toothpaste that you squeeze out onto your toothbrush before you brush your teeth has a name. It is called A globule, B, a daub, C, a nurdle, D, a Cornwaldo bean pellet. And that's it, KI5DAY.
All right, thank you, Alan. That's a fine question as well. Kind of torn on which one I'll choose for that one. Got a couple of ideas. I don't think it's a Cornwaldo bean pellet. I'm pretty sure that's what I put in my smoker when I want to smoke certain kinds of meat. But yeah, I have to think about that one. Anyway, this is KAQKO and the WWKY repeater, where we are going to go through our list of check-ins for the Beacon Net this evening. And we're going to start with K8QFT, Uncle Fred. How you doing tonight, Fred? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Well, it's been quite a week for me. I started a part-time job. I'll get the trivia. I think the main trivia question would be C, and the alternate would be Bravo. Hey, I started a job this past week, part-time, in the deli department at Mark's, the coat cut counter, we call it. And my third day there, I sliced a half-pound of honey ham in my little finger. So, didn't hurt that much, but man, it bled for like 4 hours. And now, I don't know, my deli future's kind of up in the air. As someone told me, well, maybe you're just not cut out for this. Oh, I thought that was pretty good, but not cut out for this kind of work. Other than that, couldn't make it to the ball game yesterday, partly because the wife's having problems with her back and kidney stone, and in addition to my little pinky there. So in any event, that's about all I have for this week, other than the Buckeyes won their opener against Indiana, and I don't know, they won like 31-19 or something, so they got a lot to work on. But other than that, not much to say. And I'm going to turn it back to net control. KAQFT, back to net control.
W8.
All right, thank you, Fred. Sorry to hear your wife is having trouble with those kidney stones. I know those are no joke. I've had them once before, and that was probably the most excruciating pain I've ever had in my life. I was laying in the hallway outside our bathroom in the fetal position, crying like a baby, and it was not good. So I understand that can be painful. And as for the cutting the finger, I'll say I've worked in restaurants when I was in my younger years as a cook, and I've cut the tip off of probably most of the fingers on my hands at some point in time during those years. So don't give up. Just wrap it and gauze and Band-Aids and whatever you can, and put a glove on it and get back to work. And eventually, you'll learn not to cut your finger. Or you will learn not to cut your finger and then still cut your finger. But that's part of working in a kitchen and working with sharp things. So I wouldn't take it as a loss. I would take it as a lesson. Anyway, thank you for checking in there, Uncle Fred. And next we go down to K5CFY. Ray, how you doing tonight? Ray, I heard you did an amazing job on the American Airlines net tonight. Maybe you can tell us all about it. Kilo 5, Charlie Foxtrot Yankee, Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Kilo Oscar. Do you have any traffic for the net this evening, Ray? Please call back. All right, hearing nothing from Ray, maybe he's still dealing with the American Airlines net and doing the amazing job that he was doing. So we'll get back to him a little bit later. I got him my call back to later list, or maybe he can recheck with us. And next we go down to WV8 CXO. How you doing tonight, sir? What traffic do you have for that this evening? All right, thank you, Mike. We did not give you trivia answers. You want to come back with those for us, please? Not a problem, sir. Thank you very much. And we didn't get Fred's, but they did show up, I think, in the blue screen or somewhere, and they're in the logger as Charlie and Bravo. Or we did get his answers, and I think he answered them, and then we didn't have them in there right away. They're in there as Charlie and Bravo. Anyway, we are now down to K8TQR. Keith, how you doing tonight, Keith? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
KE8QKO, KE8TQR. Good evening tonight, Nick. You're doing a fine job on the net. Thanks for running it, you and Mike, and all the rest of the Beacon crew. Good evening to everyone out there tonight checking in, and those that are just listening. Well, we're having a great weekend here at this place, and my place, our place. Better not forget the wife. And the weather's been a little warm, but it's still summer for a little bit longer. Anyway, I got some stuff done around the house and in the yard. And I started putting together my Ciro 6-meter antenna. I'll finish that up tomorrow and maybe put it up on a short mast pole to check it before I get it up any higher. I'm going to put it on the mast pole with the CX333 for a temporary installation until I get the tower fully installed. Then I'll put it on there. But anyway, I hope everyone's having a good weekend. Hope everyone has a great holiday tomorrow. And with that, I'll turn it back over to you again, Nick, at Net Control, saying 73, everyone, KE8TQR.
All right, thank you, Keith. I'm not seeing your answers in the net logger. Did you have answers to the trivia question? You want to repeat them for me?
Thanks, Nick. As soon as I let go of the PTT button, I knew I had forgotten to give my trivia answers. For some reason, yeah, I do that every time. I'm going to start out next time with my trivia answers first. Anyway, I'm going to take C for the main and C for the alternate. C for both of them, Charlie. And with that, I'll say 73 again, KE8TQR.
All right, thank you, Keith. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you said them or not. I was looking at the blue screen, and I was typing in the blue screen, and I'm doing things here, so I wasn't sure if I just missed them or if you didn't say them, so that's why I was kind of asking about that. Anyway, good luck on the tower, sir. Hoping you get all up fully functional for you and get it all sorted out. And we're going to go back up to, he put his answers in the blue screen, but he didn't talk to us. We didn't hear from KC5, or I'm sorry, K5CFY Ray. So we're going to go back up to Ray. We're going to hear what traffic he has from that and hear how his experience was as a net controller for the American Airlines net tonight. Ray, go ahead and take it away, sir.
KE8QKO. This is K5CFY. Sorry about that. Didn't mean for you to have to come back, but happy birthday, Nick at Night. Hope you had a good one there. And I typed in, just put me down for B on the first one, and and give me A on Alan's there. But anyway, thanks for getting me in there. Appreciate it. You guys have a great evening. Stay safe and have a great rest of the holiday weekend. K5CFY. Back to you, Nick.
All right. Thank you, Ray. Yeah, it was a good birthday. I'll get into that a little bit later, but spent time with friends and family and all that kind of happy hoopla. It's always nice to have a 3-day weekend on your birthday. I got to say, every year that's just... You know, when I was younger, I didn't appreciate it as much as I do when I'm older, and having that, like, always having a 3-day weekend. That's helpful. It's nice. Anyway, so back down our list. Here we go. We had KD2HCE who was in and out. We had WV3K Phil in and out. We had W8CTM Carrie in and out, and we had A8CS Gary in and out. And this is K8QKO with the W8WKY repeater running through the wonderful list of Beacon Net check-ins we have this evening. And we are down to W3ETB Eddie. Eddie, what traffic do you have for the net this evening, sir?
Yeah, Nick, happy birthday, and was just to kill a spider that was crawling across my workbench here, and I think he got away. So that's what the banging noise was. Anyway, it's a very good day here actually a warm night here in Annapolis, Maryland. We had a really warm day, and so I stayed inside on the cool side of the door all day, and I could find that spider so I could get rid of him. Anyway, actually, go to the trivia question. I'll go ahead and on the main trivia question, I'll go with C, and on Alan's, I'll B. So that's about all I got for right now. So I'll go ahead and say 73 and have a great night. And up there.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Eddie. Got you down there for Charlie and Bravo. Next we had N8XLQ Lenny, who was in and out, and we are down to K8IBX Rob. How you doing tonight, Rob? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening? All right. K8IBX Rob, sounds like the band might have dropped out. We weren't able to get you in there, so I'm going to put you back down on my call later list, see if we can get you back in there. But we did not hear much of anything. I think I heard it tried to transmit, but it was all just very brief static. So we'll try to get back to you there, sir. Maybe you can recheck with us or see how that works out. And next we're going to go to W2JLS John. How you doing tonight, John? And what traffic do you have for that this evening?
K8QKO. Nick, how are you doing, sir? Good evening on your ears, by the way, and everyone out there listening. What do I have for the net? I wanted to get into adventures and stuff, with a 4, maybe 5-day weekend stretch, but I've gotten honestly, it's just been kind of the usual lot for me this weekend. I am waiting for my son to get home from working out in Hudson. He's a dishwasher at a country club these days, and he's coming home. We're going to be doing a puttanesca tonight, kind of late dinner, a very late dinner, but that's okay. That's okay. And the trivia questions, I like the idea of a daub of toothpaste, but I could see a blob or a daub of toothpaste. I don't know, but I'm going to go with B, a daub of toothpaste. I'm pretty sure it's not C. I'll just say that. Let's see. The other question, relative to the number of hams, I think B is a good guess. That sounds about right, assuming we're talking about the total number of licensees and not as a normalized fraction of the state population, because I think we fall down the list quite a ways if we do that. Anyway, thanks for having me in there tonight, Nick. Good to hear everybody out there, and hope everyone's having a fun, safe Labor Day holiday weekend. Anyway, back to you, sir, from W2JLS.
All right, John, thank you there. We got you down for Bravo and Bravo. Hope your son gets home soon so you can, not have to worry about it being out. Thankfully, my son's still too young for that sort of thing, so I won't cross that bridge for a few more years. But, the time will come when I'll be sitting there waiting for him to come home safely, and hopefully he doesn't come home with some shenanigans of doing something stupid like I did when I was in high school. Anyway. anyway, good luck, sir. And next we had KI5RFI Mac, who is in and out, and we are down to KC5RBG. Real Big Guns, Shannon. What traffic do you have on the net this evening, sir?
KC5RBG. Hello, Nick at Night in the net. Been doing pretty good here. Kenyon had a sore throat earlier and a little bit of a cough, so we had a trip to the urgent care today just to get checked out. Me and his mom were both thinking it was his allergies, so we let him go ahead and do the full run up though and make sure everything was okay. And the doctor concurred. He thinks it's his allergies, and he's getting a little bit of a steroid boost for the next 5 days, and should make it all happy again. We've been having a good time, though. We had McDonald's for lunch and just been chilling out and playing games, watching YouTube, that sort of thing. 1 second, I'll see if he wants to do any third-party traffic. KC5RBG. KC5RBG returning, and he does want to say something. Last night he didn't, but today he does. And this is KC5RBG with third-party traffic, Kenyon.
Hi, Nick at Night.
And there's Mr. Kenyon, and he loves talking to all of my friends out there, and hopefully we'll get him his license in a not too distant future. Hope everyone else is having a great day out there and a safe holiday weekend. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns. God bless in 73. Back to net control.
All right, Shannon, thank you very much, sir. We got you down for the usual, the great state of Oklahoma. And it's good to hear Kenny down there, and I hope he's doing better with his treatment. Definitely good to get that sorted out. It's good to hear you, Kenny. Get that license, get on the net, talk to us. We'd love to hear from you. We need more kids on here. You know, I wish Mike would get on the radio and talk. I've tried a number of times, and I said, hey, do you want to come on here and do some third-party traffic or whatever? And he's like, nope. And he goes right back to his iPad with his friends. So I'll tell you what, Kenyon, it's good to hear you out there. It's good to hear the young voice on the radio. We always appreciate it, so thank you, sir. Next, get out to KF5TAY Allen. Let's see what he has to say on the net tonight. Alan, take it away.
KI5DAY in the net. Yeah, allergy season's in full effect here in Oklahoma right now. I'm feeling it a little bit myself tonight. Charles was talking about it on the American Airlines net that Ray ran into the ground. Hi. But anyway, happy birthday to you, Nick at Night. I don't think I said that on the air earlier, and if I did, it's because I'm losing my mind and I can't help it. It's just part of the deal that I'm dealing with. Anyways, just sitting here watching the LSU-FSU game, and I kind of hope LSU wins. Like I said on the blue screen, I can't stand either team, but there's nothing worse than the FSU chant. It's like a nails on a chalkboard. But anyways, what else is going on? I spent some quality time last Friday doing a GMRS class with a bunch of my buddies at the VFW post that I attend, and got a bunch of guys familiar with Baofeng GM15 Pro radios, 3 of which now are licensed. 2 more should be licensed this week, and then we got a couple more in the ranks we're working on. So it's a lot of fun, and trying to get them introduced to GMRS, so hopefully they'll jump on the ham side as well. With that, I'll shoot it back to you. KI5DAY all day long.
All right, thank you, Alan. Thank you for the birthday wishes. We got you down there for Bravo for the primary question. And I must say, maybe your ears were burning today because you did come up in conversation. I went to the air show here in Cleveland, and they had a KC-135 on the ground. They had one that was flying in the air, did a demo. And then they also had a 737 MAX 8 on the ground. My son's going to be going on a school trip this summer, so it'll be his first time flying. And so I'm like, hey, let's walk through the 737 so you can at least see what it's going to be like, the plane a type of similar-ish plane you're going to be on when you fly. So I wasn't sure what airplanes you worked on with American Airlines, but I kind of shot from the hip and said, oh, the guy on the radio talk works on these kinds of planes, when we were walking around looking at the engines and everything. So anyway, sir, I'm sure your ears may or may not have been burning, but you were definitely in the conversation. And next we go up to KI5 TAQ Tim, Taco Tim. What traffic do you have for us this evening, sir?
Well, next at night, August 3rd, happy birthday. And, yeah, for the main crew question, I'd say the A, and for the alternate, it's going to have to be C. But if I was to not know the answer to the alternate, it would have been D. Because it seems like Cornwall Waldbean is always having something up to do. And, yeah. But anyways, yeah, I think Alan works around, as far as aircraft, he works around, I think 737 nurses, and there's always an occasional, I think AC-19 or AC-20 or AC-21 or something. So, anyway, besides that, I'm going to have some fun tomorrow because USC on those Labor Day. So, I just got a little more resting than I could have seen. And you all take care of yourself. 6 5 TAQ.
All right, Tim. We got you down there for Alpha and Bravo. Your transmission was fairly staticky, and that's what our net logger got in there. So do you want to come back and verify those are the correct answers we have down for you?
Yep, that's my answers. Alpha and Bravo. I may be staticky because I may be charging batteries or whatever else, but you all take care. And this is KI5 TAQ 73.
All right, Tim. Thank you, sir. Goes out for Alpha and Bravo. Yeah, sometimes battery chargers and things like that have an effect on it. I know if I have a battery charger and I put it by my wife's computer when she's working, it screws up her Wi-Fi, and her internet tanks, which is kind of weird. But anyway, it is what it is. And we also definitely heard the horn toots, so always appreciate that. And next we go down to, well, let me check the time here. Let me identify real quick. This is KAQKO with the WWKY repeater going through our list of check-ins for the Beacon Net this evening. And we are now down to KL7 Frozen Radio, Mike from Willow, Alaska. Mike, take your traffic away. Kilo Lima 7, Foxtrot Radio. Mike, this is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Kilo Oscar. If you have traffic for the Beacon Net, sir, please take it now. All right. Here, he does hear from Mike there. Maybe maybe his nose switched up on him. That's what I'm guessing probably happened. And he can recheck back in with us later. We can try to reach back out. We're going to go down to KG5 SYC Miss Sandy out of Cibolo, Texas, and see what traffic she has for us this evening. Sandy, take it away.
This is KG5SYC, and hello, Det. And first things first, happy birthday. If you haven't been told it too many times before, us in Texas are wishing you a happy birthday. So now we got that out of the road. And next on the list is a very active day. We had to wake up at about 3 o'clock and get the son to the airport to catch an early bird flight to Virginia and for work. And then we got notified that our daughter definitely miscarried a baby, which is on the sad side. They've been trying for a very long time, and she just can't seem to keep the pregnancy. So that's a little bit of a bummer. But other than that, we have done absolutely nothing. We have sat and binge-watched a TV program. So with that, trivia. I think I'm going to go with the double C with both of them because can't go wrong with C for Cibolo. This is KG5 SYC, back to net control.
All right, Sandy. Thank you. We got you down there for Charlie and Charlie. And sorry to hear about your daughter. I don't know if it's a plus side or a negative or what, but my wife and I tried for about 5 years before we had our son, and it was the same thing, miscarry after miscarry, and it got to the point that it was like, oh, it happened again, and eventually we got to the point where we said, all right, right now we're gonna start after the first of the year, we're gonna start looking at adopting because the having a baby thing isn't gonna work. And then at one point, she came up and we thought she might have been pregnant. We were going to see a friend who had what was it called? It was a staph infection that wasn't treatable with antibacterials. And I suspected she might have been pregnant. I'm like, let's make sure we take a test for this one real quick before we go visit my friend who has a staph infection. Because if you're pregnant, you don't want to do that. And it was it was December. In January, we were going to start going through the process to try to figure out how to adopt. Found out she was pregnant, and now we have an 12-year-old. He just turned 12. So I know it's tough. It's painful, but sometimes when you finally decide to give it up, it can turn around, and you can end up with a child. So been there, done that, got the T-shirt, and definitely feel bad for everyone involved. Anyway, next we go down to K5ADE Nickelodeon, and see what traffic he has for that this evening. Nick, take it away.
Good evening, y'all. This is Nickelodeon KF5ADE, and happy birthday to Nick at Night. So, as Sandy has said, she's just about given all the inputs I could possibly make. I had a temporary setback with the computer just a little while ago. It locked up with NetLogger and saying it was still on, but I couldn't pull it up. So I had to reboot the machine all over again. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing Sandy's doing. I'm going to concur with Sandy because Sandy's always right. And I'm going to go with a double C on that as well. So other than that, it's been a very interesting day. Really enjoyed just lounging around with Sandy and spending time with her. Did a little, I got to get up and once in a while and move my bones because they get to be too achy. But nonetheless, it was just very enjoyable just relaxing with her today and spending time doing that and watching the TV. And, yeah, it hurts. Sandy and I both went through, Sandy goes through the miscarriages a couple times, and like you said, we even before we got her pregnant the first time around, we had to find out and do some specialists of some blocked fallopian tubes. So hopefully that's not too much information for somebody to handle, but that's the facts. And but nonetheless, we had 4 wonderful kids later on, but multiple pregnancies along the way. So all I can say is take heart, young hearts, and keep trying. Relax, and if the good Lord wills it, it'll happen. KF5's ADE 73 all.
All right. Lots of bit to unpack there, Nick, as well. So thanks there. And yes, when the wife gives you the answers, she's always right. That's a good attitude to have. That's how you keep a good marriage going. And yeah, no, my wife was told not to have any more kids, pretty much. So, and no uncertain terms. So that's why we only have the one and done. And she had a bunch of complications even when we did have them. And it took some work to keep that kid in there and keep him going, but was able to make it work, make it do its job. So best of luck to everybody involved. Anyway, we are back down at the bottom of our list, and this is K8QKO and the WWKO repeater. And I'm going to open it up to check-ins for the BeaconNet. So anyone who has not checked into the BeaconNet, the special Labor Day edition of the BeaconNet. And if you'd like to check in, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
KE8YPY, Henry, in Kent, Ohio. I'll be checking in and out.
KE8BHQ, Benjamin, coming out of Strasbourg, Kilo Echo 8, Bravo Hotel, Quebec.
All right, I had K8YPY Henry, and I had K8BHQ Ben. So we're going to go up to K8YPY Henry and see what traffic he has for us this evening. Henry, take it away.
This is KE8YPY. Hi, guys. I've just been working on my dad's car mainly today. It's been busy. I washed it too, but other than that, I haven't really done much. But I'd check into the net. This is KE8YPY, back to the net. Good night.
All right, Henry, thank you very much, sir. Did you have an answer for our trivia questions? K8YPY, K8QKO. Henry, did you have an answer for our trivia questions this evening?
This is KE8YPY. I was in that spot. My answers for the trivia questions are B, Bravo, and Bravo. B.
All right, thank you, sir. Got you down there for Bravo and Bravo. And next we're going down to K8BHQ Ben. How you doing tonight, Ben? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
KE8BHQ. I'm actually doing really good. I've spent the last 2 hours hooking up a mobile radio in my truck, so I'm pretty glad to see that I got it up and running and that I'm able to make it to the repeater. I didn't hear the trivia Is there any chance I could get somebody to repeat it?
Absolutely, sir. And when you come back with your answers, we're going to have both questions ready for you. But when you come back with your answers, inquiring minds want to know what radio you decided to go with. So you can let us know that after you answer the trivia. So we're going to go up to AB8MO Andy, who will request to read the primary question for us, and then I will ask Andy to pass it off to KI5DAY Allen to get the alternate question read for us. Andy, take it away.
All right, this is AB8MO. Great to hear Henry. It's been, 2-3 weeks. So, Henry, love to catch up with you sometime. Wonder how your birthday went. I know you had your birthday a few weeks ago. And but anyway, enough with that. Tonight's trivia question is, very simply, where does Ohio rank in the population of U.S. hams? Is it number 2, 5, 12, or 14? A, B, C, D, respectively. KI5DAY, this is AB8MO.
KI5DAY, hey, thanks, Andy. And yes, I will read tonight's alternate trivia question. And here it is. The blob of toothpaste that you squeeze out onto your toothbrush before you brush your teeth, it has a name. It is called A, globule, B, a daub, C, a nurdle, D, a Cornwaldo bean pellet. KI5DAY, back to net control.
KAPHQ, back to you, sir.
KE8BHQ. I think I'm going to go with Charlie and Charlie. And as for the radio, I picked up a Anytone 578 mobile. It's a 50-watt DMR analog radio. And I made a trip for the first time up to DX Engineering to buy a diamond antenna. They had a mount that fit my Dodge and all the coax and everything else, including the Lido mount. Currently, I'm still routing the wires in the truck right now, but I got everything powered up, and I'm just really glad to see that it's running. This is KE8BHQ, and I'll give it back to you.
All right, thank you, Ben. That sounds like a decent radio, and always a good trip to DX Engineering. And I'll tell you, when I first wired up my truck, I was trying to run everything behind the dash and all that, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a pain in the butt. It was a big old pain that took us. And then I realized I've got these giant floor mats on my truck. I can run all the wires directly under the floor mats. I never see a wire or anything. And I did that. It was so much easier to run it underneath the floor mats in the truck, because and trying to run everything behind the dash and under the seats and all that kind of nonsense was a big old pain in the butt. I don't know if that helps you at all or not, but definitely worth getting those giant floor mats to cover the entire floor of the truck. You can easily hide your radio wires. But yeah, good luck on the radio. It sounded pretty good. It's a little staticky, but honestly, as far as you're getting, it sounded pretty good to me. Anyway, this is KQKO on the WWKY repeater, where I am ready to take check-ins for the Beacon Net. So I'm going to go one more round of check-ins here before we go up to the net control team. And anyone who would like to check in, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically. Not in the order of alphabetically, but, saying the letters instead of phonetic letters. And then along with your name and location.
W8WKY.
All right, nothing heard there. We're going to go back up to our net control team, and I'm specifically going to be looking for one caller in particular, but I'll get to him in a minute. And we're going to start with K8QWE, Mike. Hello, Mike, and what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Well, I haven't been up to a whole lot. We got this new dog, and it's a golden retriever puppy. She's 10 weeks old, and she's real good, except she doesn't like to be in her cage at night. And she's barking right now. So we've been dealing with that. So I went to church day, came home, had some errands to do, and then I was gone, and there's a few things like that. Haven't been up to a whole lot, just taking care of the dog. So, in any event, everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and have a great night and a good Labor Day. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KE8QKO. Oh, and trivia, B&B.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Got you down there for Bravo and Bravo. Yeah, golden retriever puppies. I have a line on my friend's neighbor. Their dogs had puppies. They're not tapered, but they're golden retriever puppies. And I'm kind of like trying to figure out how to broach it with the wife to say, hey, maybe we should get another dog. But that's on the horizon. So if that happens, I'll definitely let the net know that it happened. But our dog he's 7 years old. He's getting up there in years. He could use another dog to keep him company, and it'd be nice to have that puppy in the mix before he gets too old. So we'll see how it works out. But yeah, I understand. I've been down the puppy route, and I appreciate it, and I can understand it. Next, go down to KD8EPC, Dustin. How you doing tonight, Dustin? And what traffic do you have for that this evening?
Well, good evening, Nick at Night, and happy birthday, my friend. I don't have a whole lot for you. I'm over here almost falling asleep on the radio desk, so I'm going to go with Bravo for the main answer and Charlie for the alternate answer. I don't have much else for you there. Like I said, just ready to head off to bed and do it all again there tomorrow. So, Nick, great job. We'll stay 73, and we'll catch you there down the log. KD8EPC, back to net control.
All right, Dustin. Thank you, sir. Got you down there for Bravo and Charlie. Yeah, I did my sleeping earlier today. Came home and laid down, took a shower, laid down in bed, fell asleep for a half hour. Yeah, been there, done that. So it's been a long day, longish weekend. Yesterday we got together with friends, went to Hop and Frog Brewery near the house here, had some drinks, and then came home and played games with friends. And then today, the family woke up. We got up. We went to the Cleveland Air Show. I love that air show. I'll tell you, my entire life it's always been whenever I get a chance to go, I go because it's just a really cool air show. And so thoroughly enjoyed that. But it was a lot of sun, a lot of walking. I think my wife might have started to get a little bit of heat exhaustion, so I had to get her out of there and went back to the parking garage where we parked our truck and just watched the Thunderbirds for the last little bit. But it was a good time. Always really enjoy the air show. Like I mentioned earlier, thought of Alan when I was there. Saw some KC-135s and other things, and mentioned to my son about him, and so his ears are probably burning there. But yeah, great times. Always really enjoy the Cleveland Air Show. It's one of my favorites, and so that's what I did this weekend. And we're going to go down to see if he's out there listening. If he's not, we're going to give him a ton of crap about it later for missing my net. And that's going to be KD8 SLG, just Nick. Are you out there, sir? Do you have traffic for us?
Hi there, Joe.
I'm going to take it for a moment. Last caller, I don't know, I didn't get your call sign, so we're going to hold off on hearing back from you. You will have an opportunity to check into the net because we will do another round of check-ins. So right now I'm trying to reach KD8 SLG Just Nick. If you're out there, sir, please come back to me. All right, nothing heard there. Guess he doesn't love us anymore and doesn't want to check in with us now. And so next go down to Aviate Ammo, Andy. And we're going to see what traffic Andy has on that. But we are not, Andy, going to get the answers to the trivia question. So just give us your traffic, sir.
How's that for traffic? Anyway, this is AB8MO. Let's see here. Well, don't take it too personally there, Nick. The ones that I asked to check into the Wolverine net tonight that I ran didn't show up either, so don't feel bad. I actually had a much better turnout there. I thought it was going to be kind of flipped here. I thought I was going to maybe have 20, 25 check-ins there, and we were going to have about 40 here. We got 26 on the list right now, and we have 41 check-ins on the Wolverine net, so that worked out okay. Apparently I'm getting out a lot better than I'm hearing. The band kind of sagged in the middle of the net, and about the first 10 check-ins, most of these people are in Indiana and Michigan, so there were 2 check-ins from Ohio, the rest of them were out of state. And I had trouble hearing at least half of them. And after about halfway through the list, the band started to come around, and I was hearing quite well again. So that went very, very well. Our Sunday net controller for that net stepped out from it, and I'll be substituting until we find a replacement. So I'm going to be, this is going to be super net Sunday for me, I guess. Running one net on HF, which takes, well, let's see here. I got to start at about 5 o'clock, and I didn't get done until about 7:30. So what, 2.5 hours? So I'm okay with the short net tonight. So throw it back to you there, Nick. Happy birthday, buddy. 45. Wow, very nice. You don't look a day over 45. There. This is AB8MO.
All right. Thank you, Andy. I don't know if we got your answer for the alternate question. Did you want to come back with that?
Well, like Mike and a bunch of others did, I didn't think of it. I don't know, whatever C was, a Duddle. I don't think I want to try out that Cornwall bean pellet. It sounds like a brown surprise, and I don't like brown surprises unless it's chocolate, and I don't think it's chocolate. So I guess I'll go with C. I'll throw it up on Net Blogger. Back to net, AB8MO.
All right. Thank you, Andy. Got down there for Charlie for the alternate question. And put me down for Bravo and Alpha for my answers. I think that's something to go with. Anyway, that's my best guess. And this is K8QKO on the WWKY repeater, and I am going to open it up for additional check-ins to the BeaconNet. So anyone who'd like to check in, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
W8WKY.
November 8, Papa Zulu Delta, Clark, in Cleveland, Ohio.
Echo 0, November X-ray Kilo, Gary, United Kingdom.
KE8 HNK, Elmer and Akron, I'll be in and out.
4 Alpha Deer Zoom, WB4AIZ echoing.
All right, let me go through my list here. What I've got, I have WJ9E, Mike. I have, I'm not sure if this is the right call sign, so I'm going to throw this out there, and I'm going to go back. Well, I guess this is Outlogger, so it must be right. I have 2E0NXK, Gary. I have KE8HNK, Elmer, and I have, who was in and out, if I heard him correctly, I have WB4AIZ, Chuck. So, did I say N8PZD Clark? So I'm going to go up to N8PZD Clark and see what traffic he has for the net this evening. Clark, take it away.
All right, thank you for taking my call. I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. At this time, we do not have any snow to report, but it won't be long. I'm going to answer the trivia question with peppermint ice cream. It's been a long time since I've been able to do that. So it's good to be on the Beaconnet. I'll say hello to everyone. Hope you're having a safe holiday weekend, and look forward to getting on the next one. I think I'll venture a guess on answer B for the second question. And with that, I'll turn it back to net control. Here is N8PZD. Phonetically, nobody ate purple zucchini downtown.
All right, Clark. Got you down there for peppermint ice cream for the first answer and Delta for the alternate answer. Appreciate you getting in there. It's good to hear the peppermint ice cream answer coming out. I'm curious, did you see any of the planes flying around where you are from the air show or not? But you're a bit further away, so it might have been harder to see. But curious if you got to see any of that. Pass it back to you, sir.
Yes, I did. I've seen the show a number of times. I live probably about halfway between downtown Cleveland and the airport where they usually park at, which is Cleveland Hopkins. So I'm pretty close to that. They don't go over to the airport at breakneck speed, but there are times when they leave the airport and they go flying towards downtown, trying to set new speed records. So it seems anyway. But it's fun to look at. And if you have not seen them before, with any luck, we'll have them back in 2 years. I think in the savings of fuel, they probably will go every other year. You know, this 38 months ago, the United States was the leading oil producer in the world. But as you might imagine, there are some clowns in the palace. That's what happens when you get a clown that comes into the palace. He doesn't become a king. The palace becomes a circus. So that's what we got. Back to net and 8PZD.
All right, Thank you, Clark. Yeah, there were some of the planes flew out of the airport there, Berkeley front. Some stayed at the Cleveland Hopkins. I think the F-22 demo team stayed at Cleveland Hopkins, and I believe the Air Force Thunderbirds stay there. But the last few times I went and saw the Blue Angels, I believe they actually stayed and took off from Cleveland Hopkins, so you wouldn't have seen them fly over your house on their way in. But yeah, some of the flights do fly from Hopkins up the air show, and so you definitely see those pass over. Next, we go to W9JE. Mike, how you doing tonight, Mike? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Whiskey Juliet 9 Echo. I'd like it really good bed soon. It's a little bit after 11 here in East Central Indiana. Beautiful night here. God, it's in the mid-60s or so, and clear nightly skies. So there you go with that. But your trivia question, I just got in here a little bit ago. I didn't catch what the question was there. Over.
All right, Mike, thank you there, no problem. We actually have two questions here on the Sunday Night Net, so we're going to read them both for you here again. It's always good to get those reread. So you're going to hear two questions, and then I will call back out to you to get your answers. So we're going to start with 88MO Andy to read the primary question. I'm going to ask him to pass it off to KF5DAY Allen to read the alternate question. And then, Mike, I will call back out to you to get your answers for those questions. So, Andy, take it away.
Okay, Alan. Okay, Nick, but I want some overtime here. This is AB8MO. Tonight's standard trivia question is as follows. Where does Ohio rank in the population of U.S. hams, amateur radio operators, and yes, I will qualify, licensed hams, not necessarily active, just what's the count? And your answers are either A, 2, B5, C12, or D14. KI5DAY to take it from AB8MO.
KI5DAY, I screwed up my screen. Here we go. Tonight's alternate trivia question is, the blob of toothpaste that you squeeze out... I'm sorry, this is so stupid. The blob of toothpaste that you squeeze out onto your toothbrush before you brush your teeth has a name. It is called A, a globule, B, a daub, C, a nurdle, or D, a Cornwaldo bean pellet. KI5DAY, back to net.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Another fine set of questions for the evening. And Andy, I'm going to say, unfortunately, we can't pay you overtime for going over and reading the question again, because at 11 p.m. your job title changed from Master of Trivia to Director of Trivia, which means that you're now paid the same hourly rate for each hour, and we can't pay you any overtime. Sorry, it's not me, it's corporate. Anyway, with that, we'll pass it back to WJ9E Mike, and we'll get his answers for the questions this evening.
Whiskey Juliet 9 Echo. I choose A and B. A for the first one, B for the second one there. So that's my guess. One and only guess. Over.
right, copy that, Mike. Got you down there for Alpha and Bravo. Thanks for getting in with us there from Indiana. We appreciate it. And before I continue, I'm going to say this is K8QK on the WWKY repeater, going through our list of check-ins for the BeaconNet. And we are down to 2 Echo 0 November X-Ray Kilo Gary out of England. Gary, take it away. Echo 0 November X-Ray Kilo 2 Echo 0 November X-Ray Kilo Gary. If you have traffic for the BeaconNet, please call now. All right. Nothing heard there from Gary. Sounds like he might have been in and out. Maybe he switched nodes or something. Next we had K8HNK Elmer, who was in and out. It's kind of a shame. I always like to hear from Elmer, but he's in and out. I think our kids go to the same school still. But yes, it is what it is. And next we down to WB4AIZ Chuck. Hello, Chuck. And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
WB4AIZ. I don't know if I'll be the tail end Charlie or not. I was preoccupied at 9:30, so I didn't get my in and out in. But anyways, I kind of forgot. Other than that, not a whole lot going on. Pretty quiet today as usual. Everyone have a safe holiday. And I'm still trying to figure out my Chromebook. I made a boo-boo and I don't know how to fix it. Anyways, everyone take care. And have a good night. Good night and whatever. WB4AIZ. Negative on the trivia. Over.
All right, Chuck. Thanks there. Now you said something about trivia. I didn't quite catch all of that. Did you have an answer for our trivia questions this evening?
Not really. I don't have any answers. Don't ask me any questions, I won't tell you any answers. Oh well. WB4AIZ.
All right. Thank you, Chuck. We got down for a pass on the trivia. And this is K8QKO and the WWKY repeater. I'm going to open it up one more time for check-ins, and just one more time for check-ins before we go up and get our answers for the trivia questions. So, it was going to check in the BeaconNet, the amazing and awesome Labor Day edition of the BeaconNet, mind you. Please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Recheck, Kilo, Lima, 7, Foxtrot, Romeo, KL7FR, Mike and Willow, Alaska.
All right, we had a recheck from KL7 Frozen Radio. Mike, you're back on the air. We want to hear from you. How you doing tonight, sir? And did you catch our trivia questions?
All right, Nick. Well, thanks for the recheck. I missed basically the whole net just as I was stepping out the door when the net was starting. I had unexpected visitors and was sidetracked the whole time. But I just heard the reread of the trivia, so I'll just say bravo, bravo. And I'll add a bonus S for the Sasquatch. Anyway, good to get in here. It's still crappy weather. I think the fair ends tomorrow, so it might get nice after that. Hi. No, we had 2 days of nice weather. Friday and Saturday were nice, and it's right back to rain again. My son has been trying to fly out to the village to go moose hunting for almost a week now. He was supposed to leave last Tuesday, but we got crap weather here for days. Then when it cleared up and got nicer, it was crappy weather on the other side of the mountains on the Kuskokwim River, where my son's going to visit go visit my daughter, his sister, and hopefully get a moose and maybe some fish and get a break from the hustle and bustle here in Willow. Hi. It's pretty slow in Willow. Anyway, glad to get in on the net. And we'll pass it back to net control, 7-3 to everyone on the Beacon Net from KL7FR in rainy Willow, Alaska. KL7 frequent rain.
All right, Mike. Thanks for getting back to us there, sir. I always appreciate it. I got to tell you, I know the weather in Alaska's not great, but it's on my bucket list. I really, really, really want to go up there someday and see the beautiful country and just experience some portion of it. So when the time happens, I'm going to have to look you up and maybe put Willow on my list of stops or a place to go, because it's always good to know somebody to live there and have that sort of internal knowledge. Honestly, one of my things I would really love to do, and people think I'm crazy, is I would love to get on one like a seaplane and get dropped off in the middle of nowhere for a week and just camp and stay in the woods and just live there for a period of time and just be out in the middle of nowhere, no people, no civilization, no cell phones, no nothing, and just try to really enjoy it. It's on my list. Who knows if I'll make it happen, but it's definitely there. Thanks for getting in with us, sir, Mike. Always appreciate it. And we are back down at the bottom of our list. This is KEKO and the WWKY repeater. We're going to go up to 88MO, Andy, to get our answer read for the primary question this evening. Andy, take it away.
All right, very good there, Nick. Thanks for the pauses there. I don't think we had any timeouts of any kind tonight. This has been wonderful. Anyhow, let's see here. Tonight's trivia question. I know it was kind of your average question. It wasn't anything too clever, but I don't claim to be the most clever when it comes to trivia. So, alrighty. Where does Ohio rank in the population of U.S. hams, amateur radio operators? Per the ARL's FCC license count page, as of August 29, 2023, Ohio ranks number 5 in the U.S. with 27,406 licensed amateur radio operators. The top 5 are as follows. California tops the list at 98,495. Texas with 53,841. Florida with 49,216. And way out in the northwest, Washington. I'm about ready to chuck my phone here. Washington with 34,020 hams. And Ohio, of course, at number 5 with 27,406. Yeah, I guess I'm making these too easy. We got a lot of people are smart cookies, or a lot of people are Googling answers. I don't know. Whatever. There you go. The answer is B, bravo. Back to net, ABNMO.
All right. Thank you, Andy. I knew Ohio was up there. I wasn't sure if it was the top 5 or if it was 12. But I knew it was definitely up there on the number of hams. So I kind of went with what I hoped the answer was, which was 5, and that's awesome. I'd love to hear that, because Ohio is the great state of Ohio. So take that, Shannon, the great state of Ohio. Not that other states aren't great, but, you know, the ones that we live in are the best. And next we go down to KF5, DIY Alan, and get his answers. Alan, take it away.
All right, another great net as always with the Beacon Net. It's always my favorite one to come to during the week. It's fun. Appreciate you guys doing what you do. It's always fun. So here's tonight's alternate trivia question. Man, I'm tired tonight. Tonight's alternate trivia question was, the blob of toothpaste that you squeeze out onto your toothbrush before you brush your teeth has an actual name. It's called an A, globule, B, a daub, C, a nurdle, or D, a Cornwall bean pellet. The actual answer was C, a nurdle. Strange as that is, the Colgate-Palmolive company actually sued back in the early 2000s to keep other companies from using that word on their packaging. For whatever reason, toothbrush companies were kind of fighting over using that, or patenting, or not patenting, but copywriting that word. The word nurdle was actually, the word itself was coined before that, back in the earlier 90s, I guess it was, by the American Dental Association, if I read that correctly. So yeah, it's kind of a strange thing that it turned into an argument. Yeah, back in the early 90s, the American Dental Association called it a nurdle. Anyway, strange as that is, that's tonight's answer. KI5DAY.
KAQKO. You know, I thought Nurdle was the name of that cat in Garfield that he tried to ship off to Timbuktu or wherever. Maybe I've got that confused, but it seems weird to be able to, if that's the case, if the associated cat that Garfield was trying to ship off was called Nurdle, that you'd be able to copyright the term Nurdle for something later, or something marginally different, but also shaped like a round cat. I don't know. I'm not sure how that would work out, but I guess that's up to lawyers to figure out, not up to the little old me to figure out. Anyway, this is KAQKO and the WWKY repeater with the Beacon Net, the amazing Labor Day edition of the Beacon Net. We've gone through our list of check-ins. We've talked to all the regulars that we wanted that are checked in tonight, and we're going to open it up to one more round. And I think it's only one more round of check-ins, because there's always somebody out there that checks in after the answers have been read for the trivia question. It's got to be there. That person has to be out there somewhere. So we're going to open it up for that, at least one or more people that want to check in after we've read the answers to the trivia question. They can say their call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with the name and location.
W8 SCI, I'll be in and out in Worcester.
All right, and there it is. W8 SCI Walter checking in with us there and making me not to be a liar yet again on the Beacon Net. Thank you very much, Walter, for checking in there and making me, understand that that's the way life goes. There's always somebody that checks in late, got you in there, send it out, got you in there for the numbers, and we always appreciate it. Sometimes I kind of wish I'd hear from you, Walter. I don't talk to you that much, but it's always nice whenever we do. But it's good to hear from you. All right, so this is K8QKO, and on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, K8QWE, KD8EPC, AV8MO, and not tonight, especially not tonight, KD8SLG, because he's not on that list. I'm not going to give him those kudos. I'll say his call signs. I kind of have to, but he didn't get with us. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Go and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the WWKY repeater, All-Star Node 48496, and Echolink WWKY-R. You are welcome to join us on the Barometer Net, also on the WWKY repeater, every morning at 7 a.m., except for Sundays. Also, don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on All-Star Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. On the subject of Just Nick, K8SLG, please feel free to give him any and all negative reinforcement that you choose to about missing the net tonight. And your net logger tonight, K8QKO, would greatly appreciate that. You've been listening on the Beacon Net. This is K8QKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary radio use at this time, 73 all.